ribbon, ribbon, ribbon.
It's a long, thin strip of fabric used to decorate or hold something together. Here is a sample sentence. She tied a beautiful red ribbon around the gift box to make it look more festive.
Riddle, riddle, riddle.
It's a question or statement that is tricky to understand, often with a hidden answer or meaning. Here is a sample sentence. The cryptic phrase was a clever riddle that only the most skilled puzzle solvers could decipher. In this example, riddle refers to a statement or question that requires thought and contemplation to understand its meaning.
Ridge, ridge, ridge.
A long, narrow line or shape that runs along something else, often making it higher on one side than the other. Here is a sample sentence. The mountain's steep ridge offered breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape.
Ridicule, ridicule, ridicule.
This word means to laugh at or make fun of someone or something in a way that is meant to be embarrassing or hurtful, rather than kind or helpful. Here is a sample sentence. The comedian's jokes were so biting that they left the politician open to ridicule, and he was widely mocked by his opponents. In this example, ridicule refers to the act of making someone or something appear foolish or absurd, often in a way that is intended to be humorous or mocking.
Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous.
This word describes something that is silly or absurd, often to the point where it's hard to take seriously. It implies that what you're looking at or experiencing doesn't make sense or seem reasonable. Here is a sample sentence. The idea that I would win $1 million by spinning around in circles 3 times was utterly ridiculous.
Rifle, rifle, rifle.
It's a type of gun that fires one bullet at a time, often used for hunting or target shooting. Here's a sample sentence. The hunter carefully loaded his rifle with a single bullet, taking aim at the deer grazing in the nearby woods.
Righteous, righteous, righteous.
This word describes someone who is fair, honest, and does what's right, even when it's hard or unpopular. They act with integrity and try to make things better for others. Here's a sample sentence. The judge was widely admired as a righteous and fair arbiter, known for her unwavering commitment to upholding justice in every case that came before her. In this example, righteous means morally upright, just, and virtuous.
Rigid, rigid, rigid.
This word means something that doesn't bend or change shape easily and stays stiff. Here is a sample sentence. The old wooden chair had become rigid with age, making it difficult to sit comfortably. In this example, rigid describes the state of the chair's structure, implying that it has lost its flexibility and suppleness.
Rigidity, rigidity, rigidity.
It's when something is stiff or unyielding and can't be easily changed or bent. Here is a sample sentence. The old wooden floor creaked with every step, its rigidity lost over time due to years of wear and tear. In this example, rigidity refers to the quality of being stiff or unyielding, which in this case describes the floor's original state before it became worn down.
Rigor, rigor, rigor.
It's a quality that means being strict, thorough, and precise in how you do something or think about it. Here is a sample sentence. The scientist's research was notable for its rigor, as she carefully controlled all variables and replicated her findings multiple times to ensure accuracy. In this example, rigor refers to the quality of being thorough, meticulous, and precise in one's methods or approach.
Rigorous, rigorous, rigorous.
This word means being very thorough, careful, and exact in what you do or think. It's about making sure everything is done correctly and with attention to detail. Here is a sample sentence. The professor's rigorous grading policy ensured that students who didn't thoroughly understand the material would not pass the course. In this example, rigorous means strict and thorough in its standards or requirements.
Rim, rim, rim,
It's the outer edge or border of something like a circle or a shape. Here's a sample sentence. The bicycle's tire had a flat spot on its rim.
rinse, rinse, rinse,
To make something clean by washing it with water, then letting extra water run off. Here is a sample sentence. After washing the dishes, she gave them a good rinse to remove any remaining soap residue.
riot, riot, riot,
A situation where many people gather and become angry or upset, often causing trouble and disorder. Here's a sample sentence. The peaceful protest turned into a riot when a group of demonstrators clashed with police in the city center.
rip, rip, rip,
It's to tear or pull something apart, often suddenly and violently. Here is a sample sentence. The strong winds caused the sail to rip, leaving us stranded in the middle of the lake.
ripe, ripe, ripe,
It means something is fully grown or developed, ready to be used or eaten. Here is a sample sentence. The juicy red tomatoes were finally ripe and ready to be picked from the garden.
ripen, ripen, ripen,
It means to become ready or fully developed, often after some time has passed. Here is a sample sentence. The juicy tomatoes will ripen on the vine if we leave them out in the warm sun.
ripple, ripple, ripple,
It's a small movement or disturbance that spreads out from something, like when you throw a stone into water and it makes waves on the surface. Here is a sample sentence. The stone thrown into the calm lake created a ripple that spread out in all directions, disturbing the peaceful surface.
rise, rise, rise,
It's when something gets higher or more noticeable, often because of growth or movement upwards. Here is a sample sentence. The sun will rise over the horizon at 6:00 a.m. tomorrow.
risky, risky, risky,
This word means something that could cause problems or harm if things don't go as planned. Here is a sample sentence. The company's decision to invest in a new, untested technology was considered quite risky by many of its investors.